regione, you'll fare better. Ezio smiled and passed the flask back to his uncle, but then his features became droplet. What is it? Asked Mario in gentler tones. Slowly Ezio produced the apple from the pouch in which he had stowed it. This, what am I to do with it? Mario looked grave. It is a heavy responsibility, but it is one you must shoulder alone. How can I? What does your heart tell you? My heart tells me to be rid of it, but my brain, it was vouchsafed you by whatever powers you encountered in the vault, said Mario solemnly. They would not have given it back to mortals if there was not a purpose devised for it. It is too dangerous if it fell into the wrong hands again. Ezio looked ominously at the slothful river following nearby. Mario watched him expectantly. Ezio hefted the apple in his closed right hand, but still he hesitated. He knew he couldn't throw such a great treasure away, and his uncle's word had swayed him. Surely Minerva would not have allowed him to take back the apple without reason. The decision must be yours alone, said Mario, but if you feel unhappy having custody of it now, give it to me for safekeeping. You can take it back later when your mind is calmer. Ezio hesitated still, but then they both heard in the distance the sound of thundering hoofs and the baying of hounds. Those bastards don't give up easily, said Mario through gritted teeth. Come, give it to me. Ezio sighed, but replaced the apple in its leather pouch and threw it over to Mario, who quickly stowed it in his saddlebag. And now, said Mario, we must jump these nags into the river and swim them across. That'll put the damned dogs off our scent, and even if they are bright enough to ford the Tiber themselves, we'll be able to lose them in the woods over there. Come on, I want to be in Monteregione by this time tomorrow. How hard do you expect to ride? Mario dug his heels into the mount's flanks, and the beast reared foam at the corners of its mouth. Very hard, he said, because from now we don't simply have Rodrigo to contend with. His son and daughter are with him, Caesar and Lucrezia, and they are the most dangerous people you are ever likely to meet. Part 4. It was the afternoon of the following day when the little walled town of Monteregione, dominated by Marius Rosa, appeared on its hill on the horizon. They had made better time than they had expected, and had now eased their pace to spare the horses. And then Minerva told me about the sun. As you was saying, she told of a disaster that happened long ago, and foretold of another which is to come, but not until some time in the future. Vero, said Mario, then we need not fret about it. See, as you replied, I wonder how much more work we have to do. He posed reflectively. Perhaps it will soon be finished. Would that be so bad? As he was about to reply when he was interrupted by the sound of an explosion, cannon fire from the direction of the town. He drew his sword, rising in his saddle to scan the ramparts. Don't worry, said Mario, laughing heartily. It's only exercises. We have upgraded the Arenzol here and installed a new cannon all along the battlements. We have training sessions daily. As long as they aren't aiming at in, but they have enough sense not to fire at the bus. A short while later, they were riding through the open principal gate of the town and up the main throughout fair that led to the citadel. As they did so, crowds gathered to line the street, looking at Izzy with a mixture of respect, admiration, and affection. "Welcome back, Izzy," one woman called. "Grazie, Madonna." Izzy smiled back, inclining his head slightly. "Three cheers for Izzy," a child's voice rang out. "Buongiorno, fratello." "Buongiorno, fratello," Izzy said to him, turning to Mario. He added, "It's good to be home." "Mario," he added, "I think they are more pleased to see you than me," said Mario. But he was smiling as he spoke, and in fact much of the cheering, especially from the older townsmen, was for him. "I'm looking forward to seeing the old family seat again and again," said Izzy. "It's been a while." "It has indeed, and there are a couple of people there who will be looking forward to seeing you. Oh, can't you guess? You can't be preoccupied with your duties to the Brotherhood." "Of course, you mean my mother and my sister.